The Robertson County Commission held their October meeting on October 20th, 2014, the juvenile courtroom. A meeting of about 40 minutes. Began the evening by relaying a thank you to the County Commission from First Lady Chrissy Haslam, who was in Greenbrier recently in support of the Imagination Library. And this commission, as individuals and collectively, supported the Imagination Library in Robertson County significantly last year. And she came to say thank you, and I wanted to send that on to the members of the commission. Early voting is going on right now at the county office building on Brown Street between now and October 30th. If you have not availed yourself of that opportunity, I would strongly recommend it. I voted, I think, on the second day of early voting, and I was in and out in about 6 minutes. So it's very convenient. You won't face any long lines, so hopefully you'll come over and cast your ballot. The Bump in the Night is coming up this Saturday. That's October 25th. That's one of the major fundraisers for United Way of Robertson County. So we hope that you'll come out on the square and support United Way. Speaking of Halloween, trick-or-treating goes on the square on Halloween, October 31st, which is also the same day as the United Way chili lunch as well. And then the Lodge Barbecue comes up November 1st, and you can buy those tickets in the mayor's office and many other places. And of course, it's hard to imagine that we're just a couple of weeks away from the Christmas sampler, but November 7 and 8 is the Christmas sampler for 2014 at the center. As I told the commission, there's been much discussion over the last couple of years about the net effect of the impact fees that we collect in Robertson County. When you build a home or an office or a building, you pay so much per square foot, depending on whether it's a business or a residence. And some people have thought this was having a negative effect on the growth of Robertson County, especially when impact fees have been lowered in communities around us. So I appointed a committee made up of Lanny Adcock, Tommy Baggett, W.O. Jones, Kel Cordry, Gwen Martin, and Margot Fosness to study the effect of our impact fees and to come back to the commission with any recommendations they might see fit to produce. So we'll be anxious to hear from them in the weeks and months ahead. The commission tonight approved the rules of the commission. They last were updated in 2011, but those are our procedural rules. And there were a couple of committees like Finance, Investment, and Finance Management that were left off of the September agenda. They were approved. The commission approved 4 rezoning resolutions this evening, all 4 without any opposition. The commission approved a resolution striking one particular road that no longer exists off the county road map, approved a contract with the Tennessee Department of Transportation, which we hope will be one step closer toward the 4-laning of Tom Austin Highway from Highway 41 out to Walling Road. As I said, had a chance to review the list of projects coming up in the coming year of the Metropolitan Planning Organization last week, and that project was number 4 out of 26, which means it's likely to be done. But once again, until Congress passes a transportation bill, all those are still a bit up in the air, but we think we've taken the measures necessary to make that happen. There was a piece of surplus property that was declared by EMS. There was also a resolution that authorized the Planning and Zoning Department to proceed with a property cleanup and then place a lien on property. This is something that we're seeing more instances of where people, especially in the summertime, don't keep the grass mowed or they allow junk to collect. And it is a rather long and laborious process to finally get something done, but it finally does get done. So if you see property around you that is derelict and is outside any city's corporate limits, if you'll let the planning office know, we'll begin the procedure necessary to get that property cleaned up. There was also 2 budget amendments, second readings that occurred, and then there was a resolution brought from the E911 committee that would basically create a funding formula for the repeaters that are on the various towers. In most instances, the companies that contract with Greer Communication, who supplies our radios, the county is the sole owner of towers, the communication towers. Here we have communication towers that are owned by Springfield, by White House, and by Robertson County. This creates a mechanism where the contract with Greer can be approved without having to go to each entity individually. So we think that's a significant step forward. And then we concluded the evening with a presentation from two gentlemen from Trane Corporation. Trane goes into counties, either the school systems or the county in general, and they look for as many energy savings as they can find. They've been working with Robertson County now in excess of a year. They have come back with a program which will pay for itself basically over a 15-year period of replacing about $4.8 million of equipment that will then be paid for by the savings that we have in our utility bills. So we are taking the next step toward formalizing that in a contractual way once the county decides what other projects will be included in that bond issue. So we appreciate you taking time to join us for the October Commission meeting. Hope that you can join us for the meeting on November the 18th. If you can't, please watch on Comcast Channel 3, and by that time we'll be gearing up for the Christmas parade and all the things associated with the holidays. But once again, thank you for joining us, and hope to see you back here in November.